In a previous video, I let you know what's going on in my crochet business as well as the videos that I've got planned for this channel. You can check out that video here. By the way, I published my first crochet amigurumi pattern for that puppy dog over there. You know, the one I did all those tutorials for. You can get a free copy of that pattern when you sign up for my newsletter. I'll leave a link in the description. Anyway, in that previous video, I talked a little bit about this guy. And I thought you might want to come along as I redesign it. I've got the yarn that I want to use. I even did a review for you. You can check that one out here. Okay, right, the design, the redesigning. I know this doesn't look exactly like that, but I'm going to use it to explain a little bit about the original construction. You start by crocheting a few pieces that you'll need for the head. The eyes, the ears, the tusks, the trunk. And then, as you start to crochet the head, you'll work in the trunk as you go along. When you're done, you'll end up with something that looks like this. After sewing on the ears and the tusks, it might look something like this. Then do a little bit of sculpting and put on some eyes, or put on the eyes and then do some sculpting. I haven't quite figured that part out yet. I need to figure out what's going to be easier for all of y'all. But once you're done, it should look like this. Now you can move on and crochet the arms and then the legs. But before you fasten off of that second leg, you're going to keep going and put it together with that first one, and then just keep going until you work into the body. Right before you finish that body, you'll crochet in the arms. Then, all you gotta do to finish is sew on the head. The finished size was almost 14 inches from the top of the head to the bottom of the feet, and it took me almost 9 hours to crochet. I also used two different crochet hooks, a 3.5mm and a 5mm. I used the 3.5 to crochet all the pieces, the head, the limbs, and all that, and the 5mm was used to crochet the body. I thought crocheting the body with the larger hook would make things work up a little bit faster, but it actually makes things more difficult because you can't get into those smaller stitches with a big hook when you start joining the limbs. So what changes am I going to make? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is redesign that body to only use a 3.5mm hook. That way, you only need one hook to make this guy. Then I'd like to try something new and crochet the body and the head together as one piece. Loveys don't usually have stuffing inside the body, so I'll need to figure out how to make sure the stuffing stays in the head and doesn't fall into the body. Don't worry, I have a plan. I hope the finished size of this redesign will be about the same as the original, but I am using a different yarn this time, so sizes could vary. As I redesign this, I want to make sure that I'm writing up the instructions in a way that makes sense, because I don't want to have to go back and figure that out as I put the PDF together. I also need to make sure I take pictures, and those will go into the pattern as well. I don't think this pattern or this design will need too many tutorials to support it, but I'm still going to make a few, especially on those areas where I'm crocheting pieces together. I think some crocheters might appreciate that. So that's my plan of attack for redesigning this guy, and I hope to get started crocheting soon. But I think it might be a slow process. There's a lot to coordinate with the crocheting, the writing, the picture taking, and making the tutorials. I don't want to have to make another elephant because I forgot to take pictures or film a certain step. I'm on a budget, and using up more materials on a single pattern means I'll need more pattern sales in order to recover my costs and make sure I turn a profit. I hope you've enjoyed learning a little bit about how I design amigurumi for crocheters. I think that's going to be it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around for more. Thanks for watching. I'll leave a description. All you gotta do is sign up for my monthly newsletter.